Okay, TM Nation, this is the W King X20 Bluetooth speaker that I've been testing out for right around 2 weeks, and I really didn't plan on getting another speaker so soon after testing out the T9 Pro, but when I saw this was coming out and it was available, I had to get my hands on one of them. And I do like the form factor that I get with this speaker a lot better than what I get with the T9 Pro, because this one, as you can see, is a lot easier for me to pick up and move around my home. It's much simpler for me to use this one while I'm outside washing my car or doing yard work. That being said, I do have multiple sound tests a little bit later on in this video so that you guys have an idea of how this thing performs if you're on the fence about picking one up. But for the highlights, the X20 is packing 5 drivers, including 1 woofer, 2 mid-range speakers, and 2 tweeters. It's compatible with the W King app, which is a new feature that I don't think that I have access to with any of my other W King speakers. It is using Bluetooth 5.3 for a stable connection, and it can also be used as a portable power bank to charge your devices on the go. The unboxing experience is pretty straightforward. You get your user manual, a 3.5mm cable for aux use, a USB Type-C cable for charging, and I do like the fact that this does charge via USB Type-C instead of the larger charging brick that some other similar speakers require for charging. You get a carrying strap and the speaker, of course. No microphone or remote is included for those of you all wondering, but I have seen some packages available across the internet that include 1 or 2 microphones at an extra cost if that's something that you need. W King also does sell the wireless microphones by themselves, so you can go ahead and buy the standalone speaker and add a microphone at a later date if you want to. Battery life wise, you can get up to 24 hours of use with the speaker, and that's not bad at all considering the size and the fact that it's packing 250 watts of peak power. I do want you to keep in mind though, if you do use the portable power bank feature to charge external devices, that is going to have an impact on your battery life with the speaker. With the Bluetooth 5.3 connectivity, I haven't had any issues with any audio visual delay watching YouTube videos or Amazon Prime movies through either of those apps on my iOS or Android devices. And if you want even more boom, you do have the ability to pair 2 of these together wirelessly, which is always a plus. During testing, I was able to walk about 15 yards away from the speaker with my device in my hand before the connection started to crackle, which isn't bad and is pretty much on par with other similar speakers that I've tried. This speaker also gives you several different options to play your media outside of Bluetooth. You can use OTG, aux, USB, and TF card as well. I did go ahead and take a latency test for you all just so that you guys have an idea of how well the audio and visual sync up via YouTube while using the speaker. Let's take a look. They retail for $39.99, so they are on the more budget-friendly side of Skullcandy's lineup. But at that price point, these are going to offer you up to 8 hours of use on a charge. They are IPX4 certified, so that'll do just fine in protecting them from water and sweat if you happen to get caught out in the elements, or if you're doing exercise and you start sweating. These also feature an integrated USB Type-C cable on the case for charging. You want to make sure that you watch the full video because I am going to talk more about that cable, and I will tell you about more of the things that I like about the earbuds and some things that I don't like. Another feature that you get with the X20 that you don't get with some other similar speakers is water resistance. In fact, this one is IPX7 certified, which will do just fine against splashes of water and sweat. So if you're looking for a speaker to take with you to the beach or the pool, this will do just fine. But keep in mind that water resistant does not mean waterproof, so you do want to avoid submerging the speaker into any liquid. As far as the app goes, it isn't the most feature packed, but it does have the basics along with a few extras. Through it, you can see the charge left on the speaker, adjust the volume, access pre-built EQs or create your own, complete firmware updates when applicable, and even submit tickets for product support directly through the app. For the sound quality with the X20, like all of my W King speakers, it does not disappoint in terms of raw output. Even though it's much smaller than a lot of the speakers that I own in my collection, it's more than capable of filling up a medium-sized living room or bedroom with sound, and it doesn't heavily distort when you crank it up to the max volume. Now, I did go ahead and create my own custom EQ for the sound that I was looking for, but if you don't want to play with the EQ bands, I would say that the classical EQ is probably a good starting point if you're looking for a sound signature that is on the more brighter and dynamic side. But with my custom EQ set to be heavy on the highs and the bass, with the mids dialed back just a bit, this is exactly the signature that the speaker provides. Background instruments are easy to hear without giving off that piercing effect. Dialogue is clearly audible too without being too forward, and the bass is impressive as well. Now, I don't think that the X20 gets quite as deep on the low end as the T9 Pro, but if you're listening to anything with a nice bass line, the X20 is more than capable of delivering a nice punch. But as always, I did take a few samples for you guys just so that you can go ahead and judge for yourselves. Let's take a listen. All in all, fam, this thing retails for $320, but right now on Amazon, it's on sale for $95 off, bringing it down to around $225. At that price, I think that this speaker is definitely worth a look if you are looking for something that you can put in your trunk and have more than enough power to fill up a small to medium sized room with no issues. Also, being that this one is water resistant, it adds a layer of protection that you don't get with the T9 Pro in a smaller and more portable package. In addition, like I said earlier, it is compatible with the W King app, which is a feature that you don't get with most of their other speakers at the moment, and the 24 hours of battery life on a charge is impressive, especially for the size and the amount of power that this thing is packing. Right now, in terms of medium-sized speakers that I have in my collection, this one is definitely top 5, mainly because, like I said, it's water resistant, so I can take it outside with me while I'm washing our vehicles and not worry about it getting wet. And also, it has great sound quality for the size. So if you're looking for a really well-rounded Bluetooth speaker that doesn't cross over into the large Bluetooth speaker category, I definitely think that the W King X20 should be on your list of speakers to give consideration. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.